Wholly disappointed in myself. So I wanted to share this machine with you guys. It's something that I was absolutely in love with for a long time, and still wholeheartedly am. Just a different time in my life. This is a 1985, 86 250r. Why I say it's an 85, 86 is because it's kind of a mutt. I believe the frame is actually an 85. This is a Northeast Trike. I believe it, started in New England and stays in New England. It's not like I bought this chassis somewhere else and brought it here. But I've had this bike for 10 years now. Quite a while. And when I first got it, it was a complete rat. It's super dirty. It's been sitting for at least 2 years now. The last time I had this out, I had to do a bunch of work to the rear end. Basically, I did that work and then just kind of put it away and sat there for a couple years in a shed. And it's filthy. Mice have been pissing and doing their thing. So it's kind of messy. But it needs some love again. Not anything too terribly big, but there's stuff like the fork seals have leaked out all over the brakes, so I'm sure I could use a pair of pads. Could use some new fork oil, some new seals. These are aftermarket boots anyway, so it could use a new set of boots. The case saver is not broken on this engine. This is actually a newer left case. It was done when I restored it. Unfortunately, the top case bolt actually threads into the other half, and it was stripped out, and I didn't know it until I put it together, and I didn't take it back apart. I've probably got quite a few hours on this motor. This was a polished cylinder that I did the porting inside. Nothing heavy, just standard stuff. It's probably a true 250 now. That's an aftermarket. Well, it's not an aftermarket. It is a new replacement Kian that I bought 10 years ago. When I say new, so one of the next times you see this is gonna be a carb cleaning video. So I run this DIY channel, and it's not only DIY like fabrication building stuff, but pretty much I'm gonna share anything I do with you guys. And so this is one of the things on the list. You're getting to see it before I get after it. You can see the rear axle is aftermarket, and it's all rusty. It needs to be cleaned up. Obviously put way too much grease in my rear bearing carrier last time I did it. And this was where the swing arm was all welded up. Remember, there were cracks that went out on both sides. And actually underneath here there was all kinds of damage that I repaired. So, that should be fine realistically, mechanically. I just need to clean it up. And let's see, what else can we say? Seat's all there. It's got a rip in it somewhere. I know it does. Just don't know where. Yeah, there's the rip. So, this thing just could use stuff like a fresh set of grips, some boots, some de-stickering, a good wash. But it definitely needs a carb clean. And we're going to start there and see if we can't get it fired up for you guys. Because obviously half the fun is what it sounds like. And this thing is a lot of fun to ride. It's almost, I think that's kind of why I don't ride it anymore. It's almost too much. So I'm going to get her fired up for you guys the next time you see it. Hopefully we'll be doing a little tutorial on how to clean a carburetor. There were, it's an aftermarket pipe, FMF whole thing, the silencer and the expansion. These are factory OEM side shrouds because the Meyer ones look like junk, fit like junk. This is a Baja Designs headlight kit. The only reason why I have it on there is because I don't want to schmuck up the 85 headlight I have for this. The front tire I hate. This is not a tire I would choose to run on this bike. It's just what ended up on here because I had it. And I studded up the particular tire that was on the front at the time. It's all there. It just needs some love. It needs some caretaking. Yeah, one of the other things I'm thinking that petcock is aftermarket too, and I don't remember what that's off of because that's not a 250R petcock. Something that has the right dip tube length and the right spacing. I even want to say it was from a Yamaha Raptor. I don't even remember. But there's a lot of guys on the forums that'll tell you anything you really need to know about these. And they're fun. They're pretty hard to find now. They're getting more and more rare. As far as the ones you see out and about are either really well taken care of or really neglected. And if you buy one of these really neglected, it's a basket case as far as there's a lot of little bits that'll eat you up. And the plastics on these are pretty much unobtainium at this point. The two side shrouds you can get, still new I think, but pretty much everything else is Meyer only. These rear fenders are Meyer. They do alright with a rear fender. I don't mind their rear fender. Well, luckily, because like I said, the Honda ones are unobtainium. And the last time I saw a full set of plastics on eBay go for somewhere in upwards of $4,000. So you can buy these machines, you know, on the East Coast for a little more money than on the West Coast. A lot of people, you know, think the prices we pay for them over here on the East Coast are just way too high when you see them on the forums. But that's because they live in California or Nevada, where there's, you know, quite a few of these around. Up here in the Northeast, if you search Craigslist for these things, you're lucky to find one. And, you know, even like Facebook Marketplace, you'll see a handful here and there. Sparse, you know, not a handful, but like onesie twosies. Pretty much anywhere in New England. So they're fun machines. I don't intend on getting rid of it. I just need to take care of it better. And once I clean this one up, I'll share the other one with you. Alright guys, I just wanted to show you this. I'm out.